So you think the timing of your career was off a little bit?
100%.
Yeah, I think if you would have came out probably in like 2009, 2010 as like an intro, because that's when like David Guetta was doing his thing and Flow Rida and Akon was Sexy
Yeah.
Bitch and all these records that were coming up. But that's what I'm saying. You pivoted and rebranded, but it's just the label wasn't like
Yeah.
literally. I like to fuck. It's completely different from G Unit, from an artist from G Unit. When I was listening to it, I was like, this is nothing, not even remotely close to what G Unit was doing.
Yeah. It was completely it was completely left.
Yeah.
And so that was another letdown because it just all fizzled away. So through the fucked up negotiations with Tita Tequila and her wanting 100,000 and all that shit, and then our decision to leak it, and then they were like, "All right, we're definitely not doing anything now." I was like, "All right, cool, fuck it." We started servicing, so we serviced it to DJs to get it played. Now, as this is happening, I linked up in New York with my Greek boys, my boy Cal, Chris. They were called Shake 'Em Down, but they had like their studio out there. Nice the future.
Mm. Yeah.
So there, it was like his guys, and then I was connected with them, doing recording with them. So I'm like recording like mixtapes with Nice, and I'm recording my own shit, and Cal and all of them was like, they're like the guys there. It was just like kind of like my New York team. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cal, my nigga. Um, so they're into like the European type scene and all that shit. Now, here's the thing. During this time, Olivia, so I forget, I don't know what year this was. So Olivia, she had 7 shows in 5 days in Germany. Okay, and she wanted somebody to come with whatever. So the guy I was rocking with at the time, um, whatever they were talking, and they worked it out. They're like, "Yo, we'll fly you out here if you want to come overseas. We're not gonna pay you, but you can kind of like open up, be a little hype man here and there." Because it was just Who Kid and Olivia, and so they wanted to just add somebody else to the shows. I was like, cool, because I hadn't been. So at that point, God, because this timeline is so fucking weird. So, anyways, I go over there. We rock out. We do the 7 shows in 5 days. I'm networking at this point, right? So I'm networking. Now in the clubs, they're playing dance music, like
Or
house music and
techno,
shit.
like yeah, also.
Yeah, and it was weird, right? Because I never. So they're doing like they're doing all this shit, right? And I'm like, okay. So there was a record they played, right? And the whole fucking crowd went crazy, right? What are we supposed to do after all that we've been through? I find the thing that right is wrong. Now that the love is gone. The David Guetta record, right? And I remember asking, like, yo, what? I'm like, yo, what record is this? It's like, oh, yeah, it's David Guetta, this motherfucker, boom, boom. So I'm like, had this bright idea.
Yeah, because of light bulb.
Yeah, I was like, because I'd never seen, because the energy was good, like everyone's going
And that's
crazy,
exactly your lane of like what you wanted to do.
100%.
So
And it was just like it was like surreal, like just being in that environment. That's my first time being in that environment. You know what I mean? So going to all the clubs, doing all that, I was like, you know what? When I get back, I'm gonna put a verse on this fucking song. So I put 8 bars on "Love Is Gone," David Guetta, right? We started servicing that remix to like the clubs out there and shit because I connected with some promoters out there, right? My boy Toby, THI Promotions, Don Weezy from Turkey, whatever. I connected with them from that Olivia. From that 5 days, I networked with them. Boom. So that's how I started touring. Right? I was touring on my own back. Like this wasn't 50. This wasn't anybody. This was me going on that, linking up with them. And that's when I was like touring for like damn near almost like what 8 years or some shit like that.
Yeah, I was seeing some footage of like you in random ass locations
Hella random,
around the world. Yeah,
super random.
yeah,
Like
but
I'm
that's
in.
dope. You got to experience the world, man. That's like
Oh yeah,
most people don't get to
yeah.
experience that. So
It was dope. And again, because this is the whole shit. Like after like I like to fuck, but so we took the fucking lemons, you know what I'm saying, and made lemonade out of it. You know what I'm saying?
See this full interview without having to wait, you can join our YouTube memberships program for just $8 a month. You get the full interview, behind the scenes footage, and no ads. If you want more, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/diverse mentality. And for $10 a month, you can not only get these full interviews immediately, but also get uncut and ad-free documentaries as well. The link is in the description for both.